I'll go with mine.
Okay.
All right. So we've covered DJI for like the past 2 weeks now.
Well, shit, I think you're taking one of my topics.
Yeah. Now, they already knocked it out of the park with the Cinema 4D.
The Ronin 4D.
Ronin 4D. Now, they just had to come in the week after with the Action 2.
Yeah, which we were literally saying last week. Kind of slacking with that. Not the greatest, but considering they came out with the Ronin 4D, we were like, we'll give them some slack.
Yeah. So now, this week, they're just coming right back at us.
They're like, psych, you thought.
Yeah.
Here's another. Done? Yeah.
Here's another.
Exactly.
We got the Mavic 3 and the Mavic 3 Cine.
Yep.
Drones. I'm going to go over a couple of the specs.
Yeah.
So we got up to 46 minutes of flight time in perfect conditions, but still.
That's a
huge improvement.
Yeah. Because what was the highest one before? Wasn't it like 30 minutes? Like the highest out of all of the...
Yeah. It was always around 30 to 35.
Yeah.
And now we're seeing 45 minutes.
Yeah.
46.
That's quite a big jump.
That's a good jump. Now, this one has 2 cameras. 2 cameras total. Insane.
Very cool.
The top one is a telephoto lens.
Yes.
Got a couple specs for that one. It's a 1/2 inch CMOS.
Mm-hmm.
It only does MP4 files.
Okay.
That's fine. And it does 40 or 4K at 30 FPS. Not bad.
Yes.
The one right below it now is okay, I don't know like the size, how to say the size, because it's like 4/3 or 4/3 or like a 1 1/3 inch sensor, I guess. Okay. Which is done with Hasselblad. Oh, very nice.
Yes, I saw that.
20 megapixels, approximately a 24 millimeter focal length. Pretty good. And it can do 5.1K Apple ProRes. Mm-hmm. I think that's only on the Cine one, though.
Yeah.
Because that one can definitely shoot to a .mov, which is Apple's like ProRes codec. So you might only get that on the Cine, the Apple ProRes. But still, in the Mavic 3, you're still getting some good stuff. It's still 5.1K.
Yeah.
Just not necessarily the Apple ProRes.
Right.
And it can do 4K at 120 FPS. Important to note, though, if you record at 120 FPS, it'll only play in slow-mo.
Okay.
Which is kind of weird.
A little bit.
But whatever, you usually kind of shoot 120
just
to put it into...
I mean, even when I was recording 120 with the R5, it played it back in slow-mo on the camera, which I didn't think it would do, or I didn't know that it would do.
Yeah.
But...
So there you go. We've got something similar.
Yeah.
What else do I got? It's got full 360 sensors, like as you would expect at this point from DJI.
Yeah.
And it can fly 15 kilometers away.
That's far.
That's with getting video transmission on the remote.
Yeah.
It could go probably farther, or you just won't be able to see where it's going.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's far.
That's like really unnecessarily far.
Yeah.
But also super necessary to do.
Yeah.
Probably not the smartest. If you lose connection at that would suck. You're just like...
I mean, not anymore. It's with its cameras and all this, it showed in on their website that it can map its environment.
Okay.
And it'll just go through it by itself at this point. So like you don't even have to worry. You just press like the return to home button. It'll figure it out all by itself. Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah.
So
it's pretty impressive.
They're getting insane.
Yeah.
What else? I wanted to go through a couple of the ones you can buy. So there is the 2 different versions. You got the Mavic 3 and the Mavic 3 Cine.
Yep.
The Mavic 3 normal one is $2,000.
Yeah.
US. Comes just with the basics, a standard controller, a couple of propellers, cables, just the normal stuff. You can get the Fly More combo.
Right.
That's at $2,799 US, which gets you some 3 batteries, a battery charging hub, so you can charge all three at once. A nice bag, which in Peter McKinnon's video, it looked pretty premium. A set of ND filters and more propellers, as you would expect.
Yeah.
And then with the Cine one, that's $4,600 US. That's a lot.
Yeah, that's definitely a good chunk of change right there.
Yeah. So you get even more propellers with that. An RC Pro controller, so it's got the whole screen integrated into it.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure that's the one that gives you a lot of distance.
Yeah.
And you get a second set of ND filters. So you got a ton of stuff, but it's comes at a good price. Pretty hefty price.
Yeah. Actually, it says here too that that one, the freaking $4,000 or 4,700, 600.
Yeah.
Features Apple ProRes and a 1 terabyte SSD.
Yes, I forgot to mention that.
Yeah, that's the main thing I wanted to add to that. So that's nice as well.
That's really nice.
Beauty. Also, it shoots log. Do they all? I don't actually know what all their drones do, but 10-bit D-log.
Yes.
So that's also nice.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I'm wondering is like, with the telephoto lens, how zoomed in is it? 162 mil?
Yeah, something like that. I had it written down. 162 with up to 28 times
like,
hybrid zoom.
Yeah, I know these are pretty smooth, but like if it's windy at all, how smooth is it going to be when you're using the telephoto lens? Because telephoto, any little movement, you see it if it's video.
Yeah.
Photo's one thing, it can take it, be fine. But I'm curious to see if it's going to be shaky or if it's going to be... Because, I mean, all their stuff I've seen is always super smooth.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess it depends on the weather conditions, but...
From my experience, I had the Mavic Mini, the very first one. From my experience with that, even when it was windy, it was still pretty smooth.
But it's not a telephoto, right?
It was not a telephoto, yeah.
It's pretty wide.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing I'm like concerned about.
They must have thought of that.
That's what I was going to say. Like, they literally just made a camera with a whole gimbal on it.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming it's probably not going to be too much of an issue.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But that would be something we'd need to test out with one sent to us.
Yes. I heard this thing can also go up to like 70 kilometers an hour, which is really fast. You don't want to fly it at people anywhere near.
Yeah, I mean, you could chase me with it. I think I'll get away.
Yeah, maybe you would.
Yeah.
But any normal people, no. I wanted to ask on this topic.
Yeah. These
drones come out now every year.
Yeah.
Right. And when I had my drone and like the Mini 2 came out, I'm like, dang, I just bought the Mini.
Right.
Right. So what do you think of this, where these prices are just insane?
They are.
And the tech is actually getting a lot better each generation. It's not like an iPhone, right? Like you can last like 2 years or 3 years not buying the new one.
Yeah.
But now with these drones, it seems like you need to upgrade to these next ones because it's getting easier to fly. You're getting way more resolution, and like it just seems like a need to upgrade.
Yeah. I don't know. It's tough, especially with this because this is so like far ahead from the other drones. Like, how are they going to be able to top that by such a big like amount next year, right? Like I can't see them being able to make something else that is now way better than this one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so if you were to buy this one, for example, I think you'd be good for longer than if you were to buy the previous ones.
Yeah, that's true. So basically, we just feel bad for all the Mavic 1s and 2s out there.
I mean, that being said, you never know. I'm
Yeah.
certainly not gonna, I'm not gonna. I don't even know how I'm trying to say what I'm trying to say, but I believe in DJI. I think they can do some crazy things, as we've seen. So I'm not gonna count them out and assume that they're not gonna top this.
Yeah, that's true.
But as for resolution, I don't know how big of a difference it actually is with the sensor being so small in a drone.
Well, it's only getting bigger.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
That's true. But it's still like small sensors, like compared to cameras. So I don't know how, like I need to see actually how big of a difference that those sensors do make, because they're all pretty small. Yeah. Yes, they're getting bigger, but still small. Yeah. In comparison to like a DSLR or a mirrorless. So it's hard to tell with that. Like if you look on their website, I forget which one of their drones has like 40 megapixels, but it shows it zoomed in and it looks pretty good to me. Right. So I don't know, maybe the sensor size isn't like the biggest thing. I know it's important, but it may not be as big of a deal as I'm kind of making it out to be. It might just be like it really is much better with the more resolution. But again, we need to see. Yeah, we need one in our hands. Maybe more than one, so that we can compare. Exactly. To the older ones. Just right here. Come on. No, doesn't work like that. No. I was hoping it would just like ding. Appear in our hands. Dang. Damn. One of these days. Yeah. We might need to grow a little bit more. I don't know if DJI is really gonna be like. You never know. See this. You never know. You never know. This is true, but we'll see.